But impar magninamis ausis imparque dolori. I am hurled from all my hopes by my Lord's last assertion of impossibility that the root from whence we imagine these fruits should be planted or thrive in this soil. And why? Because of the mixture of estates and variety of tenures. Nevertheless, there is yet extant in the exchequer an old survey of the whole nation, wherefore such a thing is not impossible. Now, if a new survey were taken at the present rates, and the law made that no man should hold hereafter above so much land as is valued therein at £2,000 a year, it would amount unto a good and sufficient agrarian. It is true that there would remain some difficulty in the different kinds of rents, and that it is a matter requiring not only more leisure than we have, but an authority which may be better able to bow men unto a more general consent than is to be wrought out of them by such as are in our capacity. Wherefore, as to the manner, it is necessary that we refer it unto the Parliament, but as to the matter, they can no otherwise fix their government upon the right balance. I shall conclude with a few words of some parts of the order which my Lord hath omitted. As first to the consequences of the agrarian to be settled in Marpesia, which irreparably breaks the aristocracy of that nation, being such a nature as, standing, it is not possible that you should govern. For while the people of that country are little better than the cattle of the nobility, you must not wonder if, according as these can make their markets with foreign princes, you find those to be driven upon your grounds. And if you be so tender, now you have it in your power, as not to hold in hand upon them that may prevent the slaughter that must otherwise ensue in like cases. The blood will lie at your door. But in holding such an hand upon them, you may settle the agrarian, and in settling the agrarian you give the people not only liberty, but lands, which makes your protection necessary to their security, and their contribution due unto your protection as to their own safety. For the agrarian of Panopea, it allowing such proportions of so good land, men that conceive themselves straitened by this in Oceana will begin there to let themselves forth, where every citizen will in time have his villa. And there is no question but the improvement of that country by this means must be far greater than it hath been in the best of former times. I have no more to say but that in those ancient and heroical ages when men thought that to be necessary which was virtuous, the nobility of Athens having the people so much engaged in their debt that there remained no other question among these than which of those should be king. No sooner heard Solon speak then they quitted their debts and restored the commonwealth, which ever after held a solemn and annual feast called the Seisachthia, or rescission, in memory of that action. Nor is this example the phoenix, for at the institution of Lycurgus, the nobility having estates, as ours here, in the lands of Laconia, upon no other valuable consideration than the commonwealth proposed by him, threw them up to be parcelled by his agrarian. But now, when no man is desired to throw up a farthing of his money or a shovelful of his earth, and that all we can do is but make a virtue of necessity, we are disputing whether we should have peace or war. For peace you cannot have without some government, nor any government without the proper balance. Wherefore, if you will not fix this which you have, the rest is blood, for without blood you can bring in no other. By these speeches made at the institution of the agrarian, you may perceive what were the grounds of it.